If you earn below a certain amount every year, the government is killing your business.
If we keep paying tax, would there be any change in this government?
When small businesses are trying to grow, you guys don't worry. Let's take the money from the other people that are earning higher, so you guys can use your money to take care of yourselves and do something better for yourself. So a business takes time to grow, and part of the things that you do when you are running a business, you want to put back your profits into your business to see how fast you can scale the business. But when you now begin to look at the amount you are going to pay for tax, if you are forward thinking, the masses are like, I'm earning this amount, I'll still pay tax again. Forget that people are shouting, pay tax, this, that. So people are not paying tax. Everybody that earns minimum wage will not pay tax.
Good day, everybody. My name is Olumide, as you all know, and welcome to the Growth Code, where we talk about development, growth in terms of development and personal building. And our guest for today is Mr. Prince. Mr. Prince, say hi to our audience.
Hi, guys. Good morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you're watching us from. I'm glad that everyone could join us today. Yeah.
So welcome again, Mr. Prince. I
Thank
believe
you.
I could stay on that code of calling you Mr. Prince. So to make the run growing or moving on, because the foundation of this podcast basically is about to teach people or to educate them about growth mindset. And we all know the state at which we are in the country, whereas new development is coming in terms of reforms. So in this episode, we'll be looking deeper into tax and how people should develop their mindset about what they should be expecting from 2026, starting from January 2026. But trust me, we have a lot of questions here for you. Trust me. So I just want you to just give us a very fair before we go into what tax in question all about and the other subsequent question we have for you.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Yeah.
So it's not, should I say it's not news?
Yeah,
But it's news. There's a lot of buzz about it, tax reform, tax changes, and things like that. So first of all, everybody knows what tax is. It's
Not
pretty
everybody,
much-
please. Not everybody.
No, I don't mean in the technicality.
Okay.
I mean in the layman's, knowledge of it. In terms of tax is just a percentage of what you earn that you pay to the government to be able to create an enabling environment for the citizens in that, nation, right? That's what tax is. So it's like you are taxing someone. I don't know if you've ever been in a group before and you guys want to buy something for somebody and say, we'll tax ourselves,
Oh.
Do you understand? You just
yeah,
tax
yeah.
each other. Like a portion of your money wants to be pulled into a bucket that we are going to use to do something that will be good for everybody. That's pretty much what it is. So the tax reform basically is there's been a way that taxing has been done, right, in Nigeria.
Okay. So that means tax basically is not something that is just new. It has been in existence, but in different form.
Yeah, exactly. So tax has been there since.
Okay.
It's like only God knows. Even from those that colonized us, it's part of what they brought. Even in terms of monarchy, right? If you go back to when I mean monarchy, like go back to your village, go back to your
Ori and
village.
all those kind of stuff
Yeah.
in Yoruba language.
There are systems of taxation. In fact, this is not a Christian service,
Okay.
but even in the Bible, right, is there. You understand?
Yeah.
Matthew was a tax collector
Collector.
in the Bible, so the taxing has been there for a very long time. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah.
Thank you for the opening grant for So because we know the society where we are, this is in Nigeria, where law sometimes does not favor the poor. Do you understand? It actually favor the rich people and then the average Nigerians. So because at some point when the news broke up, like tax reform, there's a lot of people have different perception about it. Like, is it a way of taking money from the less privileged to develop the rich people? Because knowing fully well that from what you just said now, saying that they've been taxed before, and then you still have little or no infrastructure development. It has always been. So people are skeptical. Like, if we keep paying tax, would there be any change in this government? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So because people need to understand that, that reform, what is really the reform? What is it the reform that we are used to? or the reform that what is going to come out from this new reform?
Okay, so basically, there are a couple of things that were in consideration,
Okay.
during this reform. So, and one of it is the fact that they are trying to remove tax from those that are earning lower. So, because the masses are like, I'm earning this amount, I'll still pay tax again. Do you understand? So, part of what was done is to say that, okay, if you earn below a certain amount every year, you are not going to pay tax.
What is let us go deeper. What is the amount that you're not going to pay deeper? Like
800,000 naira annually.
for individual?
Yeah, for individual.
Okay.
You're not going to pay tax. So if you divide it, that's like, I think maybe 70,000, like minimum wage category of people.
Okay.
So everybody that earns minimum wage will not pay tax. Pretty much, that's what it means. So you are exempted. It's 0% tax for you. So, and it's with the mindset that those people are saying, from this little money, I'm still going to do payee again. You know, those kind of things ahead to say, okay, you guys, don't worry. Let's take the money from the other people that are earning higher. So you guys can use your money to take care of yourselves and do something better for yourselves. So that's the idea, that these people would be exempted from tax. That's one of the things that was in consideration. The other thing that is in consideration is small businesses. So when small businesses are trying to grow, so a business takes time to grow. And part of the things that you do when you are running a business is the fact that you always want to, if you are forward thinking, you want to put back your profits into your business to see how fast you can scale the business. But when you now begin to look at the amount you are going to pay for tax on the business you are trying to grow, it's like the government is killing your business. Do you understand? That's where you feel. So the government is also saying, okay, if you're a small business, right, your turnover is below 25 million per year.
That is SMEs, right?
Yeah, SMEs. Yeah.
And people that are registered as a business name or limited.
Yes, limited, LCC, things like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not business name. Not business name. So limited, LCC, and all those kind of people. So if you are earning, if you are turning over 25 million and below, or your assets is about 50 million, right? You are not going to pay tax. You are going to be paying 0% tax. And why are they doing that? To say, okay, you guys are growing. You are a growing business. Let's leave you guys to grow first. Do you understand? Let's not take from the little you are trying to make to sustain your business and that's why we are collecting it. No, you guys should put the money back into your business and develop your business. So that's the second angle. Another angle that they were looking at is the fact that people get taxed twice.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can be in Nigeria and pay tax, and then maybe you have one property somewhere else that remits to you and you also pay tax. Do you understand? So they are saying we want to remove double taxation. So you are one person, you have a house maybe in the US and it was taxed, and then the income is coming to you, you will not be taxed here again because you've already paid tax. Do you understand? But usually or before, you pay tax there, you pay tax there. So there are a lot of places where tax gets missed. So that's another thing. And then the last thing is like a centralized system. So forget that people are shouting, pay tax, this, that. Some people are not paying tax. They never pay tax.
I don't think I paid tax as a personal tax anyway.
Yeah,
I've not paid personal tax before.
If you've earned income before, you pay tax. If you've earned salary, you pay tax.
Oh, that's true. That's PE tax.
Yeah,
that's
the
true.
tax. So, but there's some people that they don't even know what it is. They don't know the authority they talk. Do you understand?
That's crazy.
So what they're trying to do is also bring everyone into the bucket so they can clearly see that, okay, these people, we know they are not paying tax. These ones, we know they are paying tax. So everything will be clear. So they will have a very unified system. So
thank you very much. So basically, as an average Nigerian, to be sincere, this tax is a burden.
Average Nigerian. So who is an average Nigerian?
Okay, below average Nigerian. Let me use that word now.
So if you say below average Nigerian, they'll be happy, right? Because if not trying to, I'm not the should I use? There's Auditor General. I'm not the Economist General, but there's somebody that understands the median in terms of average for what Nigerians earn. But most people would actually pay less with this new tax.
They will pay less.
Yeah, you actually pay less because first of all, a lot of people are not going to pay. Because a lot of people earn minimum wage and below. And then, even if you earn above minimum wage, there's a way the calculation is done. It's not a straightforward calculation. So, unlike, let's say you earn 1 million, before your tax, even as an employee, is on the 1 million. But now, if you earn 1 million, they'll first deduct an amount where the 0% category
the 800.
falls.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then
they'll deduct it first. So it's the remaining
200.
that will now be taxed.
We are not to that one,
You
no.
understand? So it's not a straightforward. It's not like you just pay 25%. No, the first part
first
will be
800 will
deducted
deduct. So if I'm earning 10 million
per
they will,
annum.
per annum, so they will remove 800
So
first.
800
So
first.
they will not 9.2.
9.2. Yeah,
Will
but
not
even the
pay that.
9.2, between the first 800 to, I think, 2 million or 3 million is 15%.
Okay, yes,
The
it has a
next
range.
one.
It is not, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so it's not like you'll be taxed 125% straight.
At once.
No, so there's a breakdown.
Okay, there's a breakdown to
Yeah.
it.
So at the end of the day, you have more take home, to be honest.
So now, I'm thinking as an average in Nigeria or below average in Nigeria now, because this is Nigeria.
Yeah.
Forget about it. We don't know what the future will say. So based on the previous experience and how the government abuse our tax, what is the assurance that when this new tax reform is inactive and everybody is paying tax, what do you think is going to be our hope?
The hope is to be praying. Because in Nigeria, you can only be praying. Because truth of the matter is, what they are trying to do in normal circumstances
Settings, right?
gives us as Nigerians the ability to say, yes, now we have clarity on the total amount coming in.
Okay.
We have clarity on how you are spreading the money. So we can ask, okay, what did you use this one to do? What did you use this one to do? But we can't even do that when we are voting. Is it when you eat tax that we'll be able to? That don't even
when
get.
there's money involved.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be a very transparent system, the way it's going. And then with the fact that, so there's no FRIS again. It's now NRS.
Yes, NRS.
Yeah, so unlike having federal inland revenue, you now have just one big one. So all the money is in the same place. So it's not like these particular people have 20%. You don't know what they did with that one. This one you can't find their own. Everything is together.
I think was it the same reason why the government says that they should have one payment, something like that.
Yeah, portal.
One portal for everybody for transactional history.
So everything will be there. So from there you can see the breakdown of everything. So on a good day, you are now supposed to be able to say, okay, it's 20 billion that came in. How did you use the 20 billion? It's clearer. But in actual sense,
we hope it is. We hope
on a
it
good day,
is.
it's supposed to actually
be
a good thing.
So looking at this your experience, how do you get to learn all this stuff? Was it inspiration from God, or there's a special place where you learned all this information, something like that?
I learned it from the document.
So
there are 4 documents that were released by the federal government. So there's what they call the Gazette. Gazette is where you find information.
No.
Yeah, from governments, the verified information from government. So if you go there, you're going to find the document on this tax.
Because for me, I'm thinking, because whenever this tax reform bill hits me every time, I'm always like, even to spend money, I'm always scared at the moment because I don't know. Because if I have a lot of money, maybe money comes to my account and I keep deducting, buy stuff. At the end of the day, will it still transact, or is going to be at the end of my own expenses before they now remove the tax?
So personal income tax is income. As the money is coming in.
That's
income. As money is coming in.
Okay.
So that would now lead me to when you were asking about is it limited liabilities,
Yeah.
So if you have a business that is business name, for instance, now that business is you.
Yeah, it's still you.
It's still you. So that business is going to be taxed income tax.
Really?
Not SME, not the one for the business. Do you understand?
Okay.
So that 25 million turnover thing will not apply
to that one.
Do you understand? Because it's like
it is still you.
It's still you.
It's still
so it's
you.
income tax that you pay for that one. So it's income. So once the money come, it's income.
It is income.
You pay the.
So because there's a lot to, because looking at the effect of this new information here, because I'm looking at how this tax stuff is going to affect business. Is it possible that because of this tax reform, there's going to be the product hiking in price? Is there something we should be expecting, or is it something that because of the tax things will come down?
So some things are supposed to come down, because things like food, are not supposed to have VAT anymore. So if you go to, let's say you go to what are popular on ShopRite, Gender, Twins Faja, when you collect your invoice, you see VAT.
yes.
So if you're buying food items going forward, it's not supposed to have VAT.
Okay.
Again, with this, it's still in this new tax reform. Do you understand?
But wait, my question is why is it that the goodness of these taxes are not, this tax reform update are not being pronounced? It is just the bad ones. People, you will pay tax, you are paying tax. So if you eat, you pay tax. If you laugh, you pay tax. People are not like, to me, I mean, personally, I'm always scared ahead of 2026 because we've not heard about the good side of this tax reform. It's more like, if you are eating, you pay tax. If you go to toilet, you pay tax. Everything is. And now I'm hearing that you don't need to pay tax. Like even VAT, even going to restaurant to get stuff.
Food items are not supposed
so
to pay
I feel like there's a lot that we need to. And thank you for coming to enlighten us about that.
Yeah.
And is there any other stuff that you think that that when people can get or obtain either educational stuff, is there any tax affected in educational stuff as well?
Yeah. Education is also supposed to be VAT free.
VAT free. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Things that are like basic needs for the people are things that the government is trying to say, let's take out, all these things so that it's easier for people to afford it. That's the idea.
Looking at the Gen Zs now, because obviously I think Gen Z is like 23 or 25. Are they 30 right now? So looking at them, so most of them are in business.
Yes.
And then I doubt that not large percentage of them have started paying tax. And definitely, if most of them are in business next year, definitely they are going to pay tax.
They will.
Do you understand? So looking at the experience, moving, particularly, how those breeds, think, because most of them will be looking for ways to cut how not to pay tax.
Yeah.
Because everybody is trying, as a business person, you are trying all means just to gather yourself to be well and try to make more money in terms of profits. Do you understand? So is there any way, like you think that as a business owner, either basically for the Gen Z, because of their mental health, as usual, so is there any way you think that they could go around, which is legal?
So let me give a practical example.
Oh, good.
You know that an average Gen Z has a minimum of 3 emails.
3 emails. Okay.
Yes.
I'm just knowing.
Because they were born into Gmail.
Yes.
So a minimum, like an average Gen Z has 3 emails.
Okay.
And there are people that have more.
Okay.
And why are they doing that? They are doing that because Gmail gives you 15 gig free.
Oh, storage. Okay, for storage.
And they are the generation that's like saving things on phone. They do screenshot. They send PDF. They save pictures. So instead of paying for Google storage,
okay, they will open multiple accounts.
That's the first one. Because they sign up to a lot of apps. So they want to have different Gmails for the different apps. So they have multiple Gmails. So that's taking me somewhere. When they come to this tax, they will create a system that will help them escape. And it's just logical. If they say your business does below 25 and is going to not pay tax, so let me have like 4 businesses and make sure that they never cross 25.
But wait, I'm thinking, I think there's the NIN that when you register an account, it's going to go across, and then they could use to trace your transaction. Just like, for instance, I don't know, I might be wrong. Like if you borrow money in some financial app, and you cannot, before they can accept your borrowing system in another bank, they need to ask for your NIN to see your credit score. But I feel like the same thing should apply, or does it not apply?
It does not apply.
So that means me as an individual right now, I can
you can
have
as
different
many businesses as,
and I'll be transferring the money from
unless
one.
they come and say it applies. But let me tell you why it does not apply.
Okay.
Because there are different entities.
Okay.
It's not business name. It's limited. Yeah, registering a proper business. So it's like I have a glass company, I have a food company, I have a transport company, I have a airline. And you're telling me because I'm the owner that you accumulate the money for me to now. That different. I employ different people. There's a CEO for this one. There's an MD for this. It's different businesses. Do you understand? So as far as they are not crossing the threshold, they'll still remain tax free.
So this new tax reform bill, should it be circle around revenue generation or welfare of an individual?
So it has to be both.
Okay.
I'm not the government, but
okay. At least as an advice.
Yeah, it has to be both because number one, you are pulling the tax to be able to take care of your citizens.
Okay.
But one of the benefits of tax is that it's giving you money.
Okay.
To be able to do things. So you channel that money to things that can generate revenue for the I want to say organization, for the nation.
For the nation.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
You use it to maybe increase your export. You invest in areas that you can begin to, get investors to bring money into your country. That's revenue generation. Do you understand? So let's say after the tax for the first 6 months of next year comes in, they check it. There's 1 trillion that came in. They can say, we need to, agriculture is big, for instance. Let's pump this. We employ people. And then once we grow some crops, we begin to export it. That's revenue generation for the country. They can say, our manufacturing area is getting bad. Let's channel 500 billion of this money to revive our manufacturing sector. They put it back. Number one, you're creating employment. That's welfare for the citizens. And then you're bringing, experts. They'll start creating, machines and whatever. You can begin to export again. Do you understand? So it's bringing revenue. So it has to be both. You get
that makes sense. But I believe the government are actually listening to this podcast because I think there's a lot coming out here. So in what best communication do you think the government should be able to communicate how the money is being spent?
How the money is being spent.
Yeah.
So one of the problems of Nigeria is communication. Because
proper communication.
Yeah, proper communication.
Yeah.
This year, for instance, there was a health fellowship that I came across that has been done by the government. So it's for people in the medical field, and then it's a 1-year fellowship, and then they will go through that fellowship, and everybody, they promise them employment. Everybody that goes through that fellowship. But it's a lot of money to bring, I can't remember how many people, but a lot of people. And then they're going to be paying them for a whole year. They're going to give them access to a lot of resources. But it's not in public domain. Do you understand? It's not like it's not in public domain, but we didn't hear it.
Not like in a circle.
Yeah, it's like, it's until I don't know what I was looking for that maybe got into that information. But I was like, wow, this is good. And I know that there are other things they're doing. So do you know that the government imported maybe 1,000 or 2,000 heavy-duty tractors that they're going to give to people for free in this Nigeria?
Very. So in that aspect, because I have access to, I think I was in state government a few weeks ago, and I think I went to Ministry of Wealth Creation, and I saw their flyer, and they are doing events. Like, I was like, why we are not hearing these kind of events? Why is it that this kind of stuff that people have access to even to travel? Wow. They will come together, train people, give them 1 or 2 things. But the point is that the information, the good news about this country is not always out. So that's it's actually crazy. So crazy.
If you ask me, what I think is maybe they now need to deploy social media more, because number one, this generation, news travels faster on social media.
Negative news travels faster. Because I hope good things. See, okay, let's quickly go down to this Trump whatsoever. Do you understand? So I think around that, was it 2 weeks ago or last week? It was just tweet. less than 10 minutes. Even me on my bed, I'm shaking. And do you know the retaliation that came from UN, UK, and France and other people?
Yeah.
Do you know that the news do not go as faster
As the one that went initially.
Do you understand? Funny enough, like if you go on TikTok, they're not doing video. They're writing that if I meet you in Ibadan, we are starting from Ibadan. So they were not writing that we are starting from Ibadan to Ogumosho down to Lagos.
Yeah.
That they will be bombing like. But funny enough is that the good ones, information are even. Oh my is crazy. It's actually crazy.
Bad news travel fast. Normal. Bad news travel fast.
It should not be like
That's
that. You know.
But if government can deploy social media better, at least information will get to people faster. So
good. So looking at because this question is very tricky that I would like to ask. Because should I say the Gen Z are born into the wrong government or bad government? Because the experience from the Gen Zs, I don't think none of them have actually experienced good governance. Because
have we experienced governance?
Yeah, I swear either. Because the most time, because I remember the last time that they wanted to vote for, is he the late President Buhari during the Jonathan 2016 or whatever. Buhari has done it before. You know, because she's speaking from her own experience of experiencing Buhari the other time, and then things things was that good, but it wasn't like a. Do you understand? But now I'm pretty much about these Gen Z guys now. I know fully well. I don't think they've actually experienced very nice, good governance in Nigeria, and now knowing fully well Nigeria government to them is average. Don't let me say, and now asking them to pay tax. How do you think the government can convince those individuals to be able to?
The best way to convince them is the question you asked earlier, is to deploy the funds from the tax to things that people can see. That's the best way to, if there's a major project that the government does that
such as you see the question, like I think I was
such as
I'm coming.
I'm coming. Before you go, such as Lagos to Ibadan Expressway.
Okay.
Do you know how long that road has been like that? I don't know if you've traveled Lagos to Ibadan Expressway.
It's been a while, Jesus.
It has been since I was born. Since I went to school, I went to Lautech. I've graduated. The road is still. Do you understand? Those kind of things are things that you are like, we are paying tax. So if at the end of 2020,
they are paying tax. We are.
Let's say at the end of 2026, for instance, just said, we are glad to announce that the long, developed road of Lagos to Ibadan Expressway has finally been completed. Thank you to all taxpayers. Your money made this happen. Do you know what to communicate? Or is it Abuja to Kaduna Express? That is a very terrible area. Those areas are glaring. And then you use the money to do something that is an issue. Yeah, tangible, that everybody can see. Everybody will say, okay, you guys are working. That's the way it works.
That's good, because this is what I want to say initially in terms of, like they said, Nigeria are good in problem discussion. But whenever it comes to solution driven and action, you can talk, you should do this. Oh yeah, how do we do it? Yeah, how? They have to do Nigeria problem. That is where we used to have issue. So you understand. So looking at, because majority problem about now fully aware that there's no going back. Next they were paying tax. It has come to stay. Depending on the new administration, either Obi enter or Atiku, if they want to continue, or if they don't want to continue, do you understand? But how can you hold your government in terms of accountability?
The first step to actually do that is actually to pay tax. That's the first step. Because you can't ask for accountability if you've not been submissive to the system.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now
leave the other
the question is, the question is 2026, everybody's paying tax. Yeah. There's nobody in this Nigeria.
Some people will still fight too.
That's the point. So now I'm asking, so what are the way to hold your government in so that they will not have where to go? That is the question, in the sense that everybody's paying tax next year.
That's a political question, and I'm not a politician. What I mean is like it's the realms of politics. That's what I mean.
Okay.
It's a realm of politics, but the first step is paying the tax. That's the first way to hold them accountable. And then for people that are actually paying that tax, that have influence to now begin to make certain moves. So if you've not paid tax, for instance, you are saying, what would you use the tax to do? What would you use that? You did not pay the tax. You can't come tomorrow to say, what do people use tax to do? Do you understand? So the first step is you pay the tax first. Then you now become, vocal in terms of, we are not seeing what's happening. No, there's a way you do these things sometimes. You go for some meetings and then you just chip in some words that people will look for those. They will cut it out and post it on Insta blog for us.
I pray that there's no fights next year in this nation.
But the first is to pay the tax. The next is to begin to get vocal in terms of, because you can't start paying tax next year. And by June, you are shouting, what are they doing? They can't do anything in June. Do you understand?
So when should we be expecting results from our tax from January?
So
in my own head now, if I start paying tax January, by February, and you see what my money has started doing.
so I can't say when, but the first quarter of next year, there isn't it to understand.
We should have constant light, constant
No, don't expect anything. Because number one, FIRS is moving to NRS.
Yes, okay.
There's a lot of things that are changing. So even them inside, they don't understand themselves yet. Because things are moving. People are fighting each other. Things are changing. Sharing formula have changed. Yes. The sharing formula of how the money goes to states, local government, it has changed.
It's not centralized.
People will fight down. So they'll still be fighting.
Internal structure.
Yes, internal restructuring and all those things. First quarter, don't expect anything. Second quarter, they're just balancing. Third quarter, they're not checking how much came in. So it's the last quarter before you now say, okay,
so
this is what
what you're telling the whole Nigeria that we should just keep paying and we wait till
wait first.
So
that's not like, that's just what I see in terms of being realistic within Nigeria. Do you understand?
But wait,
but other systems,
but in an ideal system, is it still the same pattern?
No. In an ideal system, number one, most of the announcement for this tax started in like June, thereabouts, May, June. It was supposed to actually take effect June. They now extended it. Okay, let them give Nigerians to the end of the year, then start January 1st. So in an ideal situation, this June to December, everything in terms of the system, the structure, whatever, would have been done. So from January 1st, the portal is working. The percentage, the formulas that are supposed to do the sharing is working. From like June of next year, so you give the first 6 months to collate, plan project, because you must use the money coming in to plan the project you want to execute. So you do your project review, and then you now say, okay, let's do something. So from second half of the year, you should see things like, we've commissioned this project based on the new funds that have coming in, things like that. Yeah, but Nigeria is not an ideal situation.
So looking at, both this one actually affects maybe both Gen Z or whatsoever, or millennial or alpha. So looking at the general scope of individual in Nigeria, so this tax reform, what is the impact in career person as well as an entrepreneur?
The impact, so it's mainly in terms of the amount you get to pay. So if you're a career person, that means you work for an organization, you're an employee, right? A business person, you own the business. So you are paying company tax. The career person is paying personal income tax. So number one, if you don't have a TIN as a individual, you should go and get one.
Yeah, I thought TIN is meant for businesses.
Yeah, so now every individual
have TIN.
Yes, will have to get one.
Okay. So how did they get that? Because I'm just knowing now.
Yeah. So
how can I get that one? Is it from local government or from where?
No, from I think either your state government.
State government.
Yeah. Because your tax is actually taken from the place where you reside, where you work.
Okay.
And that's where you get to pay and take it from. So from the state government, you can apply for that. Because from what I'm hearing, you also need it to open a bank account.
What of us that have previous account before?
You update. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is income. As money is coming in, because your TIN number is now tied
To every
to
transaction.
everything. So they can see your income.
So wait, I want to ask you, where do you see Nigeria next year? Like, with all these things, because me personally, I'm scared.
So
I'm actually scared, even for myself and for my business.
it's not about being scared. It's about understanding what they're trying to do. Because if you have friends in US or UK, they will tell you that's how it works. So developed country, that's how it works, actually. Your tax is clear. So let me give you a practical example, not calling anybody's name, but a scenario. Students that go to studying outside, they're always told that they can't work more than 20 hours. But there are some people that work more than 20 hours. But guess what? They start hiding.
Yes.
Why are they hiding? Because you can't legitimately work more than 20 hours. The system will capture it. That's what they're trying to do. Do you understand? That every income you get, because if you work more than 20 hours, you can't earn some amount of money. So once you begin to earn a certain amount of money, they know that this guy is working more than 20 hours and he's a student. They'll come after you. So those people don't work legitimately more than 20 hours. They will have to be doing
that's
they're working in the middle of the night. They're working in bar where they're paying them with tip, things like that. So that's what they're trying to do. So the system, it's not like the system they're trying to bring is wrong. It's happening in other places.
We know the system is actually right, but working in our own ecosystem.
Context.
So
yeah, I get
so
that.
looking at other, because we have people working in Nigeria and then they earn in foreign currency, most especially the content creators.
Yeah.
So how does tax affect them? But I think, was it Pella? I think this TikTok guy Pella, it was asked to pay maybe 15 million naira. Baba cried out on top TikTok money. The guy was tasked with
the amount he was making.
And the Baba go 15 million naira. The guy was saying that share government know how he dey shout when he dey for Ikorodu, when he never blew. Now you understand? So some of us are making money online, like we work for foreigners, and then some of us actually run domiciliary account. And we are in Nigeria here, and we have domiciliary card, which is, so are we to pay tax in dollar, or you convert the dollar to naira to pay tax?
So for digital assets,
Okay,
it's still a bit very unclear as to how exactly they are going to, because they're saying you pay tax on
NFT.
Yes.
Design.
Yes. They say you pay tax on it, still of NFT. So the exact way they are going to do it is not totally clear, because the digital area it's not very clear at the moment. But let's say you're a remote worker, maybe in Nigeria, working for a company in the US. If your company in the US is not taxing you, when that money is coming to Nigeria, they tax it.
So I think with my little experience with the digital space, where they will send money to your direct account, either your domiciliary account. I think, do they take tax before sending the money? I don't know.
Some people don't take out the tax.
Okay.
So there are some organizations like US, for instance, your money is tax-free. They just send it to you directly. So those kind of people, when your money gets here, they will tax it here. So if they've already taken the tax there, when the money is coming here, they won't tax it.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
So, but that will now lead to having documents and paperwork.
Okay.
Like Pella, for instance, that I just mentioned now. I'm not sure anybody went to check his track record. They just slam him 15 million. So that's going to be happening a lot. Because not everybody can say,
this is the
exact money. So they'll just look at it and say, give and 10 million. It's like NEPA back then.
Okay, without
now prepaid, you can track. Then they'll just look at your house.
This house fine.
Give and 50 million.
This house fine.
50,000 per month. Do you understand? Yeah, so if you don't have documentation, receipts, invoices as to your transactions, they can give you a random figure to pay. Yeah.
Okay, so looking at this tax or reform whatsoever, so apart from school, where else do you have a community where you teach people about this, this powerful knowledge that you have to share, that you came to share, or you have a community or something like that?
Yeah, I do. So I run Avid and Zest. It's a business strategy and project management community.
Okay.
So what we do is help businesses to scale and to run better.
Okay.
So we have training currently because tax is hot and we have a lot of business people
Coming
so we
in.
have training on tax at the moment.
Okay.
Then I have an ebook that is coming out
Okay.
that is going to be available for people to buy that have a lot of the details about it and practical examples. You know, when you're explaining to somebody, like for instance, you know that now, you know, before you come to church, you give testimony that I got a new job with a company car. You are happy. Now you pay tax on that company car.
After they paying the loan on the car.
No. Like they gave you the car. It's your car. It's your official car.
Official car. Okay.
Official car that you'll be using to
For
the
free.
office. It's company car, but you're the one using.
But
You'll be paying tax.
somebody is paying for the car, Abi.
Yes, the car is owned by the company,
Oh,
but they gave it to you to be using as
official car.
CFO, CMO, whatever. You are going to pay tax on it. They give you laptop from the office. You're going to be paying tax on the laptop.
Are you serious?
Yes.
How?
They'll calculate the value of the laptop and then you pay the percentage in addition to the salary that they're paying you. So, do you understand? So, part of what I did in that ebook is to give practical examples in terms of, okay, you're an employee, this is happening. How does the tax affect you? I give
So I'm just laughing and laughing.
there are a lot of things. You can't sell your car more than twice without being taxed. You know, people, they'll buy car, they register it in their name, but they're doing car business.
Yeah.
But they don't want to open car company because they don't want to collect license for car dealership. So you register it in your name, you sell it. Once you sell it the second time, the third time you start paying tax because they assume it's not a business.
I know my people in this country. They always find their way.
But the way is not ready yet.
It's not ready
I'm
yet.
telling you, because the guy that did the tax reform, the people that did the tax reform, they thought about
Every
angle.
angle.
So every angle is there. So in that ebook, I just put a lot of examples and cases. So it will be available for anybody.
that
Have it
makes
and Zest on Instagram. It's available there to get.
So we'll talk more about that towards the end of the program. You know. So looking at you being the president of this country, what is one or two things that you will change in the new tax reform?
In this new tax reform,
Yes.
that I'll change.
Or you want to adjust?
I want to adjust. Maybe the percentage of the taxes for companies. Maybe it's like the
Increase or reduce?
No, reduce. Reduce.
But those guys are making money. Do you hear the news about that broke up? Was it last week? They say that is not there. $100 and co that they pocketed 17 billion as profit, despite the withdrawal of investors in the shares.
Nigeria is
because they are making money, $17, 4 of them or 5 of them.
It's because you are not the one running the company. If you are the one running the company, you realize that
17
you realize that
billion dollars. This is last week that I just read. I was like, hey, these people they see money. It's good to tax these guys.
But if I were, that was one of the things I would do to reduce the percentages of the tax and then to create more incentives.
So let us go to basically the responsibility about an individual in terms of financial responsibility.
Okay.
I know that from next year, all these I'm going to club to buy beer will reduce a bit. So what advice will you give to every individual regarding the range category about financial responsibility?
So first is to go and get financially literate. That's the first step. Because in 2026, if you don't understand tax, and then you don't have somebody that understands tax, you will be taxed.
Double tax.
I'm telling you, you will pay money. Because you know that it's like police on the roads. You bring this document, they say there's this other one. If you don't know, you fall for it. Those people, a lot of people will, let me not say, a lot of people will play into the hands of scammers, in quotes. Yeah. So the financial literacy is important. Understanding how it works. And then being smart. So the thing with rich people, for instance, is that they tend to avoid paying tax. And
I'm still going there. I'm going there.
Yeah,
I'm going there. That one is the last part of the question. I'm going there.
So being smart, putting systems in place
Yeah.
that will help you to run your finances better
Yeah.
is one. So maybe you can use an app that will be showing your spending, where you're spending money on, all those things. They will really help.
So no
Yes,
more,
yeah.
mommy. My son, I have a dig. As you are sending the money, you'll be thinking of the tax or of the VAT on the money.
No, you'll not pay tax on that one.
And at the end of the shebi is in shebi the money enter before it's going out. Is because
Yeah,
at the end of the day they will
those are that's why I say it's important to have someone that understand tax. The income is the income on value exchange, not on expenses. Sure, understand?
Oh no, the point
so
is
me, I'm expending. I'm not going to pay. There's no tax on that.
Okay, so do you think in this tax reform, like description is very important?
Yeah, extremely important. Extremely.
So no like I want to buy something. I just put TGIF.
Yeah.
I just put like wait anyhow. Just put a text that does not correlate with what I'm actually using.
Like
the
you're
money
sending
for.
money, somebody just call you. Just happily go me 20K.
You just write.
You just write. Oh body.
That kind of thing.
Now instead of putting loan, do you understand? It's a loan. So you can't tax, you're not taxing that.
So let me quickly go to this question because I have the question in my head. I think I was reading this, there's a story about this Elon Musk. The story before he bought the Twitter stock. So based on what I read, I don't know, maybe it's true or I don't know, maybe it's true or right. So personally, I heard that he doesn't collect salary.
Okay.
Reason is because he doesn't want to pay tax.
Okay.
So his own money that is meant for him, he put the money in stock.
Okay.
So he collected, he used to collect dividends on the stock because the dividend does not attract tax. Then it will put that money back to his business account. Then use that, the look at the way the money is moving.
Yeah.
It will take the money, the dividends in the account, put it in the business account, use that money to purchase is it not liquidity, like there's this English name for it, like you are buying something just to invest to buy another product, which serve as equity good. Do you understand? Yeah. So look at the transformation of him. Like now he owns this Elon Musk business now.
Yeah.
The company is meant to pay him salary every month.
Yeah.
That money does not come to his account.
Yeah.
It commands the company to pay the money to his stock.
Yeah, to his stock, yeah.
And he doesn't touch the money on the stock. He now collect the dividends on that stock to buy another equity, such as Twitter. That was the story how he got the Twitter that he owned from those guys. Do you understand?
Yeah.
The reason why he was doing that is because he was trying to avoid to pay tax. That's one story.
Yeah.
Another story I had again is that, for instance, for the LLC, the limited, I think their threshold is on 75 million or 25 million. I don't know. So by the end of the year, when they've reached, maybe if their threshold is 75, maybe they are on 74 or they are maybe like above their threshold. So they will not take a major expenses like maybe like 73 million. Go and buy one real estate product package. So they will not write under that description that this money is for investment on the company name because that money is not sitting in their own account. That money is sitting as an equity for the company. Yeah. So the company will be tax free at that point. So looking at all these metrics of all these how these big men move, do you think is actually legit or not legit? In your Christian mind. I want to know.
Let me answer as a business person.
Okay, good.
You had money, maybe 10 million. You even suffered to raise that 10
million.
You now used to start a business, hustle, suffer. Now make profits. Somebody is now telling you, come and pay me 25% for somewhere that there was no light, somewhere that the road was not good, somewhere that you had to train all the staff by yourself. Even if you want to pay, sometimes you first sit down. I say,
this money plenty.
Plenty now. So that's the first feeling.
Okay.
So, and the truth is sometimes the reform itself makes the provision for those things. Because the whole idea is to make the economy to grow. That's the idea of what they're trying to do. So if I'm helping you make economy to grow already, why am I still paying this money? That's the thinking. That okay, let me use this money to still make the economy grow more. If I give you this money, I don't know what you use it to do. But if you leave this money with me, I can use it to do this and this and this, and the economy will go. So they will not pay the money. They'll convert it, like you said, in the end game to equity in another company where they have managerial supervision so that company will grow. When it grows, there's more money. But they'll still not give you the money because
they will see to another business.
To another business. So it's in some ways a win-win. Because what the government is looking for is growth of the economy. They can help the government get the growth of the economy. But it's win-win because he now becomes the man behind these companies and increases his net worth. Do you understand?
As an individual.
So it's about being smart to say, I'm helping you to do this, but me too. I'm not going to be down. Let me be smart. So it's just about being smart. So it's not like it's a bad thing. There are some that are tax avoidance, or evade. You are trying to evade tax. You are running away from tax, and so you are cutting corners. That's different. You understand? Than looking for legitimate way to channel your funds that will not.
So lastly, before we actually round up, will Yahoo Boy pay tax?
Yes, no, his income.
Like Yahoo Boy that is he fraud money.
His income. So
are you serious?
Real life scenario. Taiwo Redele, the guy behind the tax reform.
Yeah, okay.
He said that prostitutes will pay tax. So it's not a
so prostitution guys, your money was expensive in STL.
So no, fun fact. I was even watching something recently. The guy, I don't know how I stopped on it. The guy was saying that they've already increased price. No, like person have already increased price. I'm telling you. So you can see how crazy it is.
Yeah.
But the idea is that it's not about morally or not, but as far as you are
earning money,
they are seeing the money, they're going to pay that. They can now begin to trace where your income is from to find out if it's legitimate or not. But the system will collect.
But with this tax reform, do you think Nigeria in a better light?
Yeah, to be honest, yes.
Okay. So before we just kindly tell people, our audience, where we can reach you in case you have something to, sell out for them, something tangible. If there's a community you are building, how they can join the community, just to learn more and just to get more. And then if you have any other product that you think that will be more beneficiary for the audience as well.
Okay, hi everyone. So you can check us out on Instagram, avid.zest. That's our company. Mm-hmm. We have a community of business owners, business strategists, and project managers. We have an ongoing training at the moment regarding the tax, and then we'll have an ebook that is coming out that will answer all your questions about the new tax law with examples and case studies that I can tell you didn't know that some of those things are in the tax reform. And then we also have Scaling Your Business with Project Management, which is a training that we do from time to time. Once you get to the Instagram page, you'll see everything there. Yeah.
So, Mr. Prince, so in case we need to see your face again and then we try to invite you, will you want problem. To? Okay. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you guys.
And thank you everyone for staying to us to this long period of time. Hope to see you guys next week. Bye.